stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. Slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Switch. 6 guys. Check 6. You draw quarter. Shit. Space. Eyes up. 51, jump.
Now Ryan on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Throwing again. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Just a pickup of 3, but that is indeed enough.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, ready, Blue 80. Blue 80. 37. I got you, punk. No. Off. He's coming. Double up.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. Freeman a first down and more. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam.
Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hatchet. Kill.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
Anito Smith was a little bit of a surprise in 2018. Got unexpected playing time due to the absence of Devontae Freeman. Took full advantage of it. Had 27 catches out of the backfield last season. There's another one this year.
Check 25. He's crashing. He's checking. Check 24. Check it out.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
0-2.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
To throw is Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
13. Check
looking from the gun. It's Breeze. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
A gain of 13 yards.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot. You still got a chance to actually run people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down, New Orleans.
Where's that? 95-56, 95-56. Double dog, that's the way. Tight dog.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, easy.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Run. Hey, easy. Motion. 45.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Ready. 5-9. Hey, here I come. Easy, opposite. Check out, read. Check nickel.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready. Yellow waiting. You got to get 2. Shift. Check safety.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, Alpha. Check that. We don't like 52.
Breeze going to throw. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I got you, boy. 58, 58, Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Okay. Hey, exit. Mike 52, Mike 52.
On first down, Breeze. Now this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Running with Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and the Falcons grab it. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
58's the money. 58.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
58 to Mike. Get that quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Ready. 5-9. 52.
Breeze now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Keith Kirkwood, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Saints 14, Falcons 7. Will Lutz to the kickoff for
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken short. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Meanwhile, they... take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. No. 58 to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. Come on.
2nd and 10. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Will, get your swerve on. 58.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Smooth. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
3 down. Hey, wahoo! 52, Mike 52. It's a party now. Mike 52 kill. We own them. New Mike 52. Hey, Zoo.
Throwing now is Breeze. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
I'm coming after you. 5-1. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Good night.
Here's Breeze to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ready. Yellow lady. I'm coming. 11.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
At the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They'll run. This is Kamara. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Kill.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Back at the 49-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady. Mike is 59. Mike is 36. Hey, Foxtrot. Check. 59. Watch twist. Kill. 59's Mike. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Breeze. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
21. 87's me. Man, hey, team 6. Mike, 45.
Now Breeze. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Breeze now. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
You're good. Ready. Check left corner.
Now Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Safety's creeping. Kill.
On 2nd down, Freeman. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's a gain of 7. brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mike 58, right there. I got it. Check 52. Big Ed, big Ed, big Ed.
They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch switch, watch switch, watch switch.
Now Ito Smith.
It's running.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
58, right over there, right over there.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Let's get in there. 0-2.
From the 27, Breeze, flush to his right. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, easy.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready. Yellow lady. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Wait, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Come on.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys that are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
13. Go. Check 52 to the right. Check 52 to the right. All you get on the head. Run. No. Check that.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a 1st down. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there.
Here we go. Hey, one more. Hey, here we go.
2nd and 6. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Being chased out left. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. This is Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And Thomas has it. He's got a first down and more past the 30 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
52, Mike 52. Hey, orbit. You're not ready. Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Cook has it, left side.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go, let's go. Ready.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Hey, easy. 52's the mic right here over there. Check. Here we go. Bravo.
Breeze to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, Haywood.
To throw is Breeze. Caught him. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Ready. 5-8. Watch tight end. Alert.
Now Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. 95-56. Come on, team. 52's the mark, boy. 50. Sammy. Hey, Alpha.
Now Breeze. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Base. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Hey, man. Watch the booth.
Here's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Crunch time, defense. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Now Ryan. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, South! 47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, 47. Let's go, D!
He'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. The 20. 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Let's go. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. 11. Hey, Echo. 45.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Hey, box truck. Here we go. Check 52. Hey, easy. Check 52's the mic. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Back to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.